All right, welcome back, guys. Well, today we're going to do a bit of lettering and a little bit of pinstriping. I'm over at my buddy Mike's house, and he has built probably one of the coolest looking Harley-Davidson golf carts I've ever seen. He hollered at me one day and he's like, "Chase, I've got to do something to it." And I'm like, "Well, what do you want to do?" He says, "Well, let's put some pinstripes on it." So that's where it all started. And then we want to put Harley-Davidson on the side. I'm like, all right. So I come over and I've drawn out a template that just says Harley-Davidson. So we're going to come down here real quick and we're going to transfer this onto the side, and we're going to get rock and rolling on this thing. Once you get your template set up, the way I'm doing this is so I can just rock this thing straight up, straight down, and it's still straight across. So anytime you're using this Cerro paper, make sure that the powder side is toward your material, because I have learned from experience that if you turn it the opposite way and you do a complete design and then nothing's transferred, that makes for a very long evening.
Now, can you tell pretty easy which side is which? I mean, just...
Yeah, if you just grab it, you can see, like, say there's nothing,
right.
There's nothing on that hand.
Gotcha.
You reach under here and just pull it.
Oh, okay.
Whichever side's got the powder.
Awesome. All right. Makes sense. Makes awesome sense.
Now all you're going to do is trace over your rendering. Remove your paper, and there it is.
Look at that. That is pretty cool. That is pretty awesome. I always wondered how you did that.
Yep.
That's awesome, Chase.
And now we'll do the other side.
How long have you been doing this, Chase?
I started in 2009. I had a buddy of mine give me a can of red one shot, that old base lettering paint.
Yes,
and I had an old pinstriping brush that I had that my uncle gave me for doing touch-ups on cars when he was showing me how to paint.
Yeah.
And I just started messing around with it, and then I ended up, he gave me a can of brown. I mean, nobody uses brown, right. So I mean, I had like a big quart of that, so I just practiced, and then your buddies are always going to be super truthful with you.
Yes, sir.
And
yeah, because you know me, I'm going to tell you right now, everything you do, I'm going to tell you it looks like $5.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, it's like, if you see that something's off, you'll be kind about it, but you'll be like, man, that looks like it's a little off there, or this, and that's how I worked on it.
Gotcha.
I worked on because nobody taught me how to do this.
That's awesome.
And it's just, being able to do this has been a blessing, because I enjoy it.
Well, you're really good at it.
I appreciate you. Hopefully one day I can make a living at it.
Well, I sure hope you can. That's what a man needs to do, is do what he enjoys in life.
Yeah.
Because you only live on this earth one time.
That's right. You know, that's what kind of, it means a lot to me about, you know, how my son Peyton just he does his music.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
awesome young man, very, very talented.
yeah, and it's like everything he does, it's 110%.
That's awesome.
And that goes to, I don't care if he's playing guitar, writing music, taking the trash out. He'll do it and do it right, and it means the world to me, because it's like that should carry over into his work ethic.
Correct. Look at that. Looks awesome, bro.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Now I'll show you a little trick. If let's say you take and you use a little bit of this paint, and we're going to leave this open for this exercise just because with this paint it tends to dry a little bit faster, so I'm constantly dipping back in. So for this, we're going to mix up some of them chunkies down in the bottom.
I had to do that when I was painting this golf cart. Paint was 2007. It was full of chunkies.
Well, you stir it up enough, she'll come back alive.
It'll come back.
And what that is those are the heavy metallics resting at the bottom of the can. Exactly. And as long as you can get those back up, you know, mixed into the paint, it's really going to come alive. So, for what I'm fixing to show you, anytime you're using an oil-based paint like this right here, I had a sign painter friend of mine explain this to me, and not trying to give you a science lesson, but this paint will dry once oxygen is introduced to the product, okay?
Yes.
So what happens when you breathe? You breathing out carbon dioxide.
That's right.
So anytime you close this pan, just blow into the can and it'll be ready to use whenever you open it next time.
Really? I didn't know that. I learned something today.
We're going to open her back up.
Can you put some more oxygen in?
Put some more oxygen in it. Those other cans, like I opened the other day when I was pinstriping during my lunchtime.
Yeah.
You can open them, you can hear them, you can feel them breathe.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So that's pretty cool.
What you're going to do is make sure you get all that paint into that brush, all the way up to that ferrule. Now, you don't want to get it all the way up in here because you get it all over your fingers. But we're going to dip into that. We're going to pull us a quick line on this side. When you come in here, make sure you stay up on the tip of that brush when you're making this turn. Roll that brush when you're going into it. Transitions right on in. And then rock and roll. Hit my brakes there.
I heard it.
Scared. I think that was a big problem I had with that sock. I had that my finger sock deal. I didn't have no brakes.
See, just let you go too fast.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man. that brush holds that you can come across there like that. Dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have thought that thing would hold that much paint. Like,
You just got, it's about paletting. It's just keeping it at the right consistency.
man, that's totally cool. Like, that you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was sitting there watching, I'm like, I would have thought, oh, it's fixing to run out of paint. It's fixing to run out of paint. And you didn't. Appreciate everything you're doing, my friend.
Shoot, yeah.
Everything.
I enjoy it. Here, so I'll come all the way down and gradually get fatter and fatter
I know, man. This is amazing.
until it
Watching you do that.
comes to it like a...
Yeah, it's cool. It's like,
Alright, well, before I clean out my brush, I just want to tell you, this entire build can be found over on Hanging with the Rays. They're on YouTube. Mike and his wife Sherry have got a fantastic set of videos. They travel all around, going to different parks, seeing different things. They ride their bicycles, and there's a lot of humor and a lot of stuff that they have on there. And Mike does some really cool stuff out in his shop. So if you haven't been over there, I've got a link down below in the description. Go down, click on it, and go over there and look at all the projects he's got. He's got a lot more stuff that's going to be coming out. He's got a video on this as well, and I think both of our videos together is really going to showcase a lot more detail in what goes into doing a whole pinstriping design, letter work, transfers, all that kind of stuff. So whatever you didn't see on this channel, you're going to see on that channel. It goes a little bit more in depth. I appreciate y'all coming with us and hanging out. I love you. I'll see you next time.